No. There you go. That's better. Oof. We're going to look at Flask number 25. And I hope it's a mix-up between the last one. $75 my ass. I'll save it for you, Jerry. Actually, in order to send everything back long before then, it'll all end up in the skull. Thomas shit? Is that what it was called? Okay, this one is rather dark. Probably one of the darkest. Yeah, it's even darker than the Beacon. Has a I wouldn't say it's the most adventurous and hanging on, but it's clinging. It's clinging pretty good. Ooh. Now, to be totally honest, this one smells even more nasty than number 24. This one has all of the nuances of the shelf that's like at your belt or lower. I could be wrong. It could be all about kicking my ass. So, cheers. Oh, it's not. It has a little bit of the flavor of the smell, but it has like a level of you're not going to enjoy this to the smell that is not there in the taste. Starts off fairly mild, a little bit of sweetness. Then I'm getting a little pepper and that oakiness, and again the sweetness, not really derived from like vanilla or anything, but just kind of present. You know, it's not dry or bitter. Well, this one's not bad, but again, and I would not have said the other stuff was Scotch at all. It had no, to me it had no peat smell or peatiness to it, and you know, fuck whatever Matt says. What the fuck's he, you know? Could have a peat log grow out of his ass. And okay, we had David Brown lingering on 24, saying, oops, never thought I'd enjoy having my face on a statue. Thanks, East Coast lads. Smile Money was first on the Nitro Hot Cocoa. Ben N was second. The Crazy Scotsman was third. Scotsman, not that anyone gives a shit. Well, a bunch of you do. Smile Money, damn, I was thinking about war, and the call to action came out, and look who is first. Crazy Scotsman, whiskey. Okay. Tom and shit, or Tom and Toodle. Tom and Strudel. I'll tell you what, Scotsman, just to show what a trooper I am, I'm just gonna, maybe my palate was way off. Let's recap on the Tom as a Tool. Definitely a lot later. which, if it's a Scotch, I have noticed on the Scotches that I personally have had. I can't vouch for everyone out there, but they've all been a lot lighter and here nothing goes. I love that stuff. Oh, where are we? Multi-Gunman made it. Clyde, 8th Revolution. Crazy Scotsman, so Matt didn't watch any of your last 5 vids? Smile money. Well, there was no tears, so I'm guessing no. JR10, fuck the cowbell. Fucking cowbell. Oops, my Tourette's is showing. Oof. And I'm getting unsubbed. Unsubbed from Tardisius. Okay, so today I had three lovely packages. All of them have all the telltale signs of coming from overseas. Airmail priority. This one is from Pet Crete. Oh, this was from Thailand. God, we could have the corona flu attached to this. Again, look. I suppose these are stapled because they have to be inspected before they deplane. Oh, fucking God. Crispy Mr. C's crispy anchovies. High calcium, high protein, ready to eat. And they got a little guy riding an anchovy. Open and let's be yummy. Can be eaten with noodles, salad, boiled rice, etc. Or create your own meal. Why? What did I ever fucking do? You know what? Fuck it. I like the knife. I'm using it. It's nice and fucking sharp. Oh, and the Sposo unit is home. Shh, everybody. Oh yeah, you should. I'm in the middle of opening boxes. You could come down and get in on some crispy anchovies. Crispy.
You know what? If Phil doesn't knock that shit off, I swear to God, I'm gonna find a way to get some money and send him the most nasty, ridiculous things I could possibly find on this planet Earth.
Number 2 out of 3 doesn't sound as bad. It's crispy chicken skin.
This shit's disgusting. And you keep right on eating it, so they keep right on sending it. Dumbass.
No, I wouldn't eat it.
Huh?
I wouldn't eat it.
You are too. You're going to eat it in your brew review. You always do.
Don't let any of the chicken go to waste. You know, you start eating human skin and all of a sudden you've got issues. Oh, this one was Meijing. And this one, international priority. This one says return shipping is United Kingdom. Customs declaration. I hope that looks like that says anchovies also. I don't know why she assumes that this is my app. Thank you for ordering. Enjoy a $5 off coupon on your next order. Smash chocolate covered corn snacks. Contains soy. Okay, so no anchovies on this one.
See? You're so full of fucking shit.
Here, have one of these.
Listen, I'm not trying any of that shit.
Chocolate covered corn snacks.
Oh, yeah. No.
I think you'd really like the anchovies.
No.
This one's got a little handle. Crispy chicken skins.
No. No. No.
And $1 grand.
I'm going to find out who keeps sending all this, and I'm going to haunt them from now until eternity. What?
I haven't guessed yet, but cheap or expensive? Let me give you one thing. The smell and the taste do not go together. It's more mild than the smell, but it still has quite a bit of flavor. And it's I'm saying whiskey.
Yeah. 15 to 25.
Okay, that's fair. Fair enough. I still think I call bullshit on that number 24. That Tom and Tool 16. Supposedly, it's a Scotch and $75, and that's the lowest score I've given yet. 75 cents. 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 75 c The most expensive one I believe I've reviewed so far got the worst score. You know, I should put this shit in here.
You should start reviewing wine now too, and then they can send me the remaining bottle.
Reviewing wine.
Yeah.
Flask of wine. Okay, now it's Ms. B put it in the 15 to 25.
Yeah.
25 bucks.
Mhm.
There's no way I'm ever gonna be good enough to guess the age on something. Aroma. I actually thought the aroma was a little on the harsh side.
I would guess that's less than 12. Well, maybe 12.
It's kind of peppery. Still had some oak. Now on the taste, it was more. It was. I'll go with full flavored. Fairly bold, but it was not harsh on the taste, and again, a little peppery, oak, and then just a sweetness that I can't put my palate on, and right now, overall,
I'd say 12 years and less.
on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm kind of 7 seems low, 8 seems. I'm gonna go 7. I think I'm gonna go 8.
7.5.
And you went 7.5 on your rating. Okay, let's put the call.
What do you come to here? Taste this, then let me ask you a whole bunch of questions, and then you when did it become part of your whiskey review?
I think it's.
I just got home.
No, I think it's. Well, how was your day? Do you need me to pour you a sweet one, as your dad would say?
Yeah. No, it was. Today was much better than last week. Thank God.
Oh, and I know she doesn't watch this, but I want to say big congratulations to my sister. She has worked now for, you may have heard of the product, Michelinas, Gino Paolucci.
Michelinas, yeah.
I'm not sure how widespread they are. She has worked for them, I believe,
longer than I.
Since she was in her early 20s.
She's going to be there like close to 30, 25?
25 to 30 years. And they promoted her to a manager of their regional sales auditing. She's been an accountant with them forever, and then she
a supervisor, now a manager.
Yeah, and she was a supervisor, and now she's like a manager. And it came with what I'm assuming from her happiness in her text this morning came with a rather large bump in pay over what she was making. I know I wouldn't mind making what she's making right now. Okay, whiskey.
Why don't you go get a job there?
Me on a keyboard all day long in a fucking office like you. I don't know how you keep sanity.
I have my own office now. I too got promoted. I have my own space. Because, yeah, no. It's tough. It's tough when you got a bunch of different people with different personalities around you. And some of them don't mesh very good. Just saying. Alright, I gotta clean up the kitchen a little bit so I can start flavor nachos. So we said you had the seasoning?
Yes.
Okay.
Worst case scenario is I use 2 things of the green.
Well, we can.
I like the flavor of that, to be honest. I just think it makes it unique when I blend it with some of the red taco seasoning with the green taco seasoning.
Yeah.
No, seriously, there's nothing fishy about these. It's a piece of corn covered in chocolate.
It's like chocolate covered potato.
Well, you remember those bugles?
Yeah.
It's bugles without salt on them. So it's a bugle with chocolate over it.
It's like a chocolate covered potato chip. You ever had one of those too?
No.
Ugh. Some things just don't go together.
And there's a lot of English on this one, so along with a what's that the symbol for? The picture?
Facebook.
Well, that one's Facebook.
Pinterest.
But the package itself was overseas.
Mm-hmm. Did you get beer too?
No, it's a garbage can though.
Oh.
That, believe it or not, like 3/8 thin wall, shitty ass styrofoam.
Mm-hmm.
Inside of that was that. How it didn't arrive broken with our mail service?
You better not show your sister that. She'll snag that on you.
She'll snap. If I was a really good brother, I'd give it to her as a congratulations on your new job. But now that she makes more money, she can get her own fucking skull.
We still have this one over here too. Did we give her one though?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. I could be using that one for my infinity bottle. The hell? Wow, it's amazing what you find when you're, paying attention.
I used that for trick or treat. I used it for Halloween one year. That's why I put the stuff in
Crystal
there.
Skull vodka bottle.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Huh.
All right then.
Mhm.
I know.
Okay.
Whiskey review for me is done. I go upstairs. Get my dishes.
I pooped today.
Really?
I felt compelled to tell you.
Yeah, okay.
If you want any crispy anchovies, just get back to me.
Listen, I don't want no anchovies. Crispy, dried, or otherwise. Okay?
Gunwild says, top 10, I'm back, bitches.
Mm-hmm.
Real Cobra Burnout. Next time I'm on Locked and Loaded, I'm going to mention I need tens. As in $10 bills. Yeah. Laugh out loud. Yeah, well, it couldn't hurt. David Brown, hello, sweethearts. David? Cobra Burnout? Heaven, sweethearts? Matt Davis? Hey, Matt. Done any fishing lately? Zeus, here's the scenario to run through. You gotta lock the front door and nail it shut for 6 weeks. Martial law. Do you have the preps, the food, the water, medicine, etc. to survive in your house to quarantine for 6 weeks? No, water's the big one. Water's the big one. I honestly, I know it doesn't show, but I've really stepped up my game on the water, and I'm more than happy to have like 3 or 4 big glasses of water and not have dinner. So water would be a huge thing. Again, I've got that thing that I got from Battle Box. I mean, I literally could put maybe some I don't know. I mean, how long does it take before water starts to, I suppose it would store more than 6 weeks wouldn't be an issue. But I basically have that plastic bladder that you can fill up your bathtub. So in this case, that would be bad because I only have one bathroom. And once you fill it up, there's no way in hell you're going to put it somewhere else. I guess if you thought things were going to start to go bad, I could build something to put it in and get it filled up before the water got shut off. But water's a huge deal. No, we started doing some prep stuff, and well, I'm not a prepper in that sense. And if I had to go through that scenario, Zeus, I would be dead. McLean, shut up, nature boy, you beautiful dummy. McLean, Eric, JP Enterprise, GMR15. Is the GMR15 is their newest 9mm? I think I watched X-Ring. I might be going completely in the wrong direction. I apologize. The bottom line is, if it says JP Enterprise on it, I only own one thing from JP, so it's really sort of unlikely or unfair for me to either be called or call myself a JP fan. But I am honestly a firm believer that JP Enterprises makes some of the finest rifles that money could possibly buy. Again, it's going to be interesting, and I'm going to give it my best shot, no pun intended. And even if I can, even if I could possibly, if we had someplace we could consistently go, let's just say that I go someplace and we've got the New York boys, and maybe it's just up to Northern Lights and it's at 300 yards. But if I put all of the boys behind the, I'd rather bring the 24-inch. With, even though it actually has a longer barrel on it than the JP, but I would bring the 24-inch. It has a decent scope on it, and it is, now if I put Jerry and Nihap and Joey and David Brown, if he wants to take a crack at it, Bunky, I don't care. If Tom, a friend of mine now that I met exclusively through going up to the range, and maybe get Brandon and Brandon and his son up there, and have everybody say take 5 shots at a paper target at the 300 yards, or even steel. I mean, maybe even it'd be nice to see the actual grouping, so paper would be better. But if everybody took, like, say, 3 to 5 shots at 300 yards with the Palmetto and then the JP and gave their feedback, I mean, in all honesty, the JP is just very, very refined, and it should be, because there's, one of them is $1,100 AR-10. If you factor in the optics on it, you're like a 17. What was that? Like a $1,500 or $1,600 rifle, as it is right now. Well, sort of. There's some upgrades on there, but easily I can recreate that rifle as it is with the optics somewhere between $1,500 and $1,700, because it has a upgraded handguard from Odin Works on it, and different stock, all that kind of shit. So just to make it fair, let's just say it's a $1,700 AR-10, putting it up against a $10,000 AR-10. There's definitely refinements. When you pull the charging handle back on the Palmetto, it feels like what you're used to on, just about every one. And the JP almost doesn't make any noise at all when you charge it. And of course, it's a side charger. They did have the option for a traditional charging handle to work with the side charger. I just wanted nothing but the side charger. Again, you can do a mil-spec upper, which would give you a dust-covered door, versus the mine, for all sake and purposes, it'd be like a sporter upper. And there was no cost difference between what one you picked and which one you didn't. But I could not get the flats polished on mine. So, they're all silver versus the rest of it is black. And that was a tremendous waste of money just to beat Christopher Alone Company, and I was talking to him about it last night. I'm like, you realize I dropped almost $600 just to have something you don't? Yeah, I know. And I'd do it again just to beat that little bastard. So yeah, it would be fun to, you know, bring a notebook out and let people randomly shoot it at 300 yards and shoot the JP at 300 yards and just get some overall feedback. You know, and what would really be awesome is to find somebody with some true ability and just have them shoot it. Of course, Smile Money, right now, pretty much everything I own needs to be gone through and make sure that they're all right. You know, me and Christopher were talking about that last night. The Mosin was a track driver, an absolute unbelievable miracle shooting rifle when it was in the ATI chassis, and it had the millet scope on it. Now, when it got moved into the Boyd stock, you know, and one thing Christopher was saying is, I'd never move it. I would have left it just like it is because it was unnatural. It was so incredibly accurate. I mean, when you have someone like Christopher with 2 shots moves a golf ball twice at 200 plus yards, it's pretty impressive. Now, having said that, the last time I was out, which was the first time with it being in the Boyd chassis, I was kind of all over the place with it, but Smile Money pointed out that as far as he remembers, and to be honest, when I sat and thought about it, I think he's absolutely right. I do not believe I ever did thorough sighting in. I believe I got on steel at 100 yards, and that was it. So I need to spend the time to get that on. But like me and Christopher were talking about, it did not just naturally drop into the ATI chassis. I remember having a hell of a time. I had to force that back bolt into place to lock it into that chassis. So what if, while it was in the ATI chassis, it was tweaked a little, and the scope and everything was matching the gun kind of being pulled on a little bit. I mean, it doesn't take much to influence where that bullet, the trajectory is going when you're going 3 to 500 yards. I know, the last time we shot it, I had 5 or 6 guys cold bore the 550-yard target. If you don't know what that means, on their first shot, just grab the rifle, aim it where I'm telling you to aim it. It was like 2.5 mils, or was it like 3 1/4? Maybe it was 3 1/4 mils down. We were shooting through a column of trees, so there was no wind. So hold dead center and pull the trigger. Boom, ting. And of course, I know that the JP is more on. I mean, that does still need some final tweaking. That was not the scope that was on it when everybody was tagging that target at 550 with that rifle either. And that was the one that's now on the Mosin. So I know I was talking to Christopher, and I know I have some work. The first thing definitely the first thing to do is bring my vise. And now that I'm looking at it in front of me, I'm probably going to drill 3 holes through it, and it would be nice. Maybe they might get pissed off at me. Maybe I'd see if I could bring a clamp up. But I would actually like to lock my vise down to the table, and then the rifle gets locked into the vise, so that I could start at 100 yards and work my way out and get it back to where it was. Because in the case of the Mosin, it literally, with the bedding pillars and everything, it just dropped straight into the Boyd stock. I had to do a little bit of I had to clear out a little bit around the Huber trigger, because the the pathway on the Boyd was just a little bit narrower than what the Huber Concepts trigger was, so it was binding it right there. So yeah, it'd be definitely be interesting to well, not interesting. It'd be really nice to be able to get that done. But then again, I played musical scopes again, and or changed out just about everything on some upgrades. So yeah, I've got nothing right now that I could honestly say, if you know that there was money or life involved, that I could hand you one of these rifles, and it was, you know, I'm on steel at 100 yards on most of them, and every one has been laser sighted. That, you know, I've ejected the laser out of it and put it straight back in it and looked through what was sighted into that setting just 2 minutes ago, and I get a little bit different setup. So, you know, the lasers are basically good for, you know, saving you some money on ammo and at least getting you on paper. McLean again, Matt actually said, I don't have time for reach-arounds. What kind of an asshole? Everybody should leave a little room in their day for a reach-around. Steven, Hobson Lead, yeah, that power pack was expensive, but they give me money back after the review. Hey, tell them I'll review it. Steven, NIHAP needs to sneak in a rum with that next batch, just saying. Now, I have said this, Steve. Something like the Sailor Jerry, that does not taste anything like Bacardi, but Cardi, as far as I'm concerned. So, yeah, I mean whatever. Stephen again, my wife's 37-year-old niece fell and hit her head Friday night, went to bed, and passed away in her sleep. You never know when your time is up. She left 2 kids and a husband. Steve, of course, yeah. Smile Money is right when he says, damn, that is terrible. Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. Stephen again. I've seen pics of the Glock 44 blowing out the extractor, in some cases cracking the slide. I'd hold out a bit on it. And then Scotsman says, Glock perfection. Yeah, this is this definitely has a heavier hit to it, but where it smells a lot like the Timon Tool or Timon Shitty or whatever the hell stuff is. They both kind of have similar smells, but this one just doesn't have that edginess, that almost I don't know, cheapness taste to it that the other one had. I find this one a lot more enjoyable. Wade, I watched all the videos and figured the comments would be a clusterfuck, so I didn't. Thanks, Wade. Wade, you nailed the video concept. You gotta always be ready at an instant. I'm always thinking about what we'll do when it happens. I guess it's all those years as a first responder were habit forming. Oh, Wade. Seriously, when I watched your video and you said, hey, Eric, I'm tagging you to start a little go-round on this, and, you know, I was just like, okay, it's a cool idea. I thought it was a cool idea right away, and like I basically said, it's like, I'm just gonna I'm gonna mark down here, and I'm gonna for sure I'm gonna grab the JP and the box of ammo can almost completely filled full of oh, excuse me. Well, it's about halfway filled because my brother-in-law's been doing a lot of loading for me on that. Been if I don't have the money, I've been trying to like toss him a knife, and to be totally honest, I've mostly been paying him in .22 long rifle, which he's been more than happy. So, I mean, you just make sure that 454 Casull, 308, and 50 Deagle rounds keep heading this way. And yeah, right now I have to see what I have for brass. I think a lot of Desert Eagle brass went missing the last time it got shot because I'm really short on brass, and which means if I don't give him brass, I don't get rounds back. But he's usually really good about trying to keep me up on 454 Casull because he loves shooting that gun almost as much as I do. That thing is just so awesome. That was why one of my considerations really went up when I found out that the 460 will shoot 45 long Colt and 454 Casull. Granted, like Christine said, why? You might as well buy the gun specifically for what you want to shoot. She goes, because you have guns that do multi-calibers, and do you ever do anything other than the biggest, baddest one that it can? No. As a matter of fact, I don't know if I've honestly ever shot 45 long Colt through the Casull. It's kind of like, why? If I did, it'd be the Underwood. Boy, at least that stuff's got some snot behind it. But Wade, I absolutely love the concept, and it honestly got emotionally life-changing just thinking about the concept and the repercussions of the what ifs. You know, right off the bat, both me and Christine are like, we have to make sure that we start keeping a change of clothes and some toiletries and that kind of shit in a either a duffel bag or you know, anything, something to keep them clean and dry. You know, a suitcase, it'd probably be better to put it in like a duffel bag or even one of the bags that I got from as a matter of fact, that not the very last one. That'd work too, though. But the last couple that I've gotten from Battle Box would work very nicely for this scenario. But yeah, it's in order to, I could have said anything, but I actually tried some mock runs, and in 5 minutes. And that is like, no shit. That's like as though someone called and said, 8 minutes from now, you're not going to be able to get out of Duluth. You have 5 minutes right now to be driving away from the front of your house in your car with what you plan on having maybe for the rest of your life. And when I made the attempt, if I wanted to grab something that gave me the ability to defend myself and take animals and have the most ammunition with me instantly now without having to go and looking for it, it was the 22 rifle. And I even thought about, should I have, grabbed the 22 pistol, stuffed it in my belt. And again, like I said, also the gun that was on my side. What if, I'm sitting out having breakfast with Christine out where Samantha works at the Choo Choo, and the world turned upside down, and we had to go right now from there. I'm carrying a 1911, and I think the 1911 is a super awesome gun, but just due to capacity, and I can't say I've ever had a reliability issue. I mean, some people will say, in comparison to other things out there, I wouldn't fear having, especially, right now, again, I have Ed's, the Ruger, chambered in .45. If I was going to war, I would just not choose that gun solely based on capacity. It was a very thought-provoking idea, Wade, and I hope other people get in on it. I haven't had a chance since lunch today to check on comments on it. Here's a strange thing. I had some comments overnight, a lot of them, and I cleared out my email and just deleted it. And I had no new updates for that video from YouTube. And when I went and looked, there was at least 10 more comments that I was not notified, and that happens all the time now. Weird. Wade, Matt lasers his junk while Eric watches. Just saying. I was looking for some push. DFC 27th and loving it. Yeah, we're closer to being done than starting. Smart Money, the company might not be able to afford to have Matt working for them, or, more to the point, working against them. Jolson, this video needs more cowbell. Is the brew babe? Why do you say such a thing? Is the brew babe a double amputee? Another comment from Jolson that I noticed right above this. What? Why does YouTube, you suck? Huh. Yeah, well, you know. Well, you can sort of see her leg in the shadow. Cowbell my ass. Jolson, everybody that's in a quiet little private space right now, we're going hot in 3, 2, 1. Sorry, JR10 and Stephen Bush. Smart Money, did Matt say after trying so many things with you, I like dragon's milk? I don't hang out in that kind of bars, Matt. Matt does, but that's what they call... Is that what they call it nowadays? Jolson, you two are cheap dates. Laugh out loud. Jolson, you should get David's book. Or I should get David's book, but I'm waiting for the audio version. Ooh, there's a sore subject. Hey, if you so desire, I could arrange a signed and autographed book for you, Jolson, when you're here, from David himself. I believe it was $10 for both of them. I bought both of the books off of Amazon. They're not audio books yet, but I just found that a lot easier. I don't have to worry about losing my place. I mainly do my reading in bed, and Christine's already gone to sleep, and she doesn't mind the sweet glow of a phone or the fire, but she doesn't usually like leaving the bedside stand light on. So buying the digital version of David's books definitely have worked out better for me. And I tell you, it doesn't seem like it's a huge advantage in size, but the Kindle Fire is awesome for using it as a book. Plus, I can use it as a TV and all sorts of things. Even though the Surface has mysteriously got a heartbeat again, I still noticed I use the Fire quite a bit. So the only thing that is not anywhere near what my phone is on the Kindle Fire is the sound. The speaker that's in it is just poof. Compared, well, of course, my Note is practically, I think it actually does have surround sound on it. It sounds awesome. Jolson, top 69 ladies. Jolson, the Glock 44 that shoots .22 long rifle is junk from the reviews I've seen so far. pretty bad when the new Taurus 22 long rifle is way better than the Glock. Hey, I don't care what anyone says. I've always been pretty impressed with Taurus. You know, and some people, you know, for instance, the Casull. JR10, hold your hiney. I honestly, yeah, I guess one more round would be cool, and it'd be fun to actually shoot it without the pussy port, because I am a big fan of felt recoil. So it would be fun to try. But I just think the Raging Bull just looks badass. I mean, it's got that full underbarreling on it, and that's just, to me, is just wicked shit. Jolson, if my math is correct, I should be free that weekend. I'll bring the AUG and anything else the guys are interested in shooting. Hey, I missed an opportunity, and I'm actually pissed off about it. I would really like you to bring the Smith & Wesson 500, and I would like at least, even if you want, I'll save a little money and give it to you, to shoot a few rounds of the lipstick. Fucking things are just big and stupid looking. Nihap, repeat after me. Tom in Tool. I don't have to, because I really don't want to talk about it anymore. Oh, speaking of that, was that you? Yes. EagleRare, one of my favorites. Okay, thanks for the limited information. So, number 25 is something called EagleRare. I'm assuming it's a whiskey. Okay, I see that they have several different types. EagleRare is from Buffalo Trace Distillery. Oh, and I see my guys at the what is it, the Whiskey Vault? You know, the two guys that I really like. EagleRare 10-year bourbon. Let's see. 10-year single barrel. Okay, well, it's a bourbon. According to my let's Nihap sees this and updates me. It's EagleRare 10-year. Oh, 10-year. Bourbon whiskey. Alright. Well, I gave it an 8. And I told him I gave it an 8. So it's one of the ones that he says that he really likes. No, I'm like I said, if I went off of nothing but the smell, I thought it'd be a little harsh, more of a mix. But this is not for mixing. This is for this. Good stuff. And it looks like you can find it from as low as $30 and maybe as expensive as $40. User rating, it has a 4.8 out of 5. There was no 1-star reviews. Buffalo Trace. I mean, I might even be able to get this here. Matter of fact, when I went into the Keyport the other day, right plastered across their doors. They have Buffalo Trace right on the door itself. J-Dog is here. Sharky on the right video. The brew review needs more knives and guns. Cooking vegetarian tonight. Recipe is too long to list. If it's as good as it smells, I'll message you the recipe. I bet it beats just juice. Sharky, Brandon was the big winner of what? Damn. Now I'll have to be, now I'll never be able to sleep before I know. Laugh out loud, good one. 3 comments left. Gunwild, I took the tag from Wade a different way. I thought he said he wanted to see the weapons you would go to war with. Maybe I should rewatch his video. Well, according to his comment on this review, or on the brew review, he said I nailed it. So, yeah. Now, that wouldn't be a bad idea either. You're going to war. The question is, you know, what are you taking? Because I started thinking about that too, Jeff. If I was going to try to, you know, pick an elevated position where I could get dug in like a tick on, like fleas on a hug, or whatever the hell he says in Predator, I would definitely want the JP. But to be totally honest, if it was closer quarters kind of stuff, I seriously would consider taking my AR pistol. I mean, it's light. You know, put the 60-round drum, either the drum or the stick on there. That's bring Ed's SKS with the grenade launcher and get some grenades. Gunwild again. Matt, or has Matt turned into John Solar? Who cares if the pipe isn't perfectly straight? I have not lost any sleep, and I actually, Gunwild, I actually have a laser sitting right here, and according to the laser, it is on the line, leaning this way, and it's actually this was a $200 and something level, so it's yeah. Oh my God! If Solar was here, he'd fucking freak out. What can I do to fix this? Oh yeah, nothing. David Brown, save Christine squirrels from Matt. Build the wall. Yeah, I'm not gonna have that conversation. She loves them fucking things. But I can see where Matt would be pissed off if I came home and found the seat to my motorcycle, if I had one, was eaten through like the seat of his snowmobile, and knowing that it'd be $100 and something to have it fixed, and he's in the process of actually trying to sell it. Yeah, I can understand the hatred, but you know, there's other options. You know, like put a fucking cover on it. I don't know. Yeah, I do too like the squirrels. If they were starting to trash my shit, though, I might have a completely different feeling about the little critters. You know, and here's the sad thing. I don't know if I have anything for the 200 Ale Club. Nope. And nope. Oh shit! I got some things that are drinkable in the upstairs refrigerator. Well, you know. No. God. Hazman, standing in as Two-Hearted Ale is a Great Lakes Brewing Company's Christmas Ale from 2014. I didn't die after the first one, So probably have been better off just going in for some more whiskey, because I'm digging the whiskey. 2014. Let's see. Their recommendation was to drink it before 1/9 of 2015. So, you know, it's only 5 years out of recommendation. Hopefully there's nobody in the Two-Hearted Ed Club, so I don't have to even put my lips to this. Son of a bitch. It's kind of a mind over matter, kind of psychs you out a little bit. Crazy Scotsman's the first in the Two-Hearted Ale Club, and he says whiskey # be like Ed. I should save these cherished moments for emptying the flask. Philadelphia. Cheers. Wild Thing. Or young, wild, and wasted. There's, you know, it's kind of like little goals. Real cool burnout. Cheers, Two-Hearted Ed Club. Look like the party started early. Yeah, we kind of finished up our big project, and now we're moving to, you know, when you get the feeling that a couple of cord, you know, like a cord of wood and a little kerosene and a match is a better option. That's where we're moving to. Jolson, Two-Hearted Ale Club needs more cowbell and shots. I'm just about good on the shots part, and there's your cowbell. Gunwild, has your window-licking buddy Matt gone home yet? Cheers, Two-Hearted. Yep. Nihap, whiskey, and I don't know if you know, he was really trying to double his odds, but I got whiskey. Well, we'll just stick with the EagleRare from Buffalo Trace. Might put some more in here and take this up with me. When I said might, I meant I am. Okay. 2021, 22, 23 has been killed. 24 and 25 are now officially in the books. I'm going to hit the button one time and then I'm getting out of here. Stalker Steve, where are you? Crazy Scotsman. Stalker Steve time whiskey. Come. No. I'm going to pretend I didn't see his comment. still got to talk to you about the Rock Island possibilities. By the time you see this, it'll be much too late. I'm probably going to be going to bed a little early tonight. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Miss Sharky. I apologize.
Fake news. Fake news. Fake news.
Okay, NIHAP, thank you for the EagleRare 10-year from Buffalo Trace. That was very good. And whomever, the crispy anchovies, oh man, they were just so good. The crispy chicken skins, and the bugles, they're not bad. Chocolate covered corn snacks. Okay, guys. Maybe not for tomorrow. Gotta get in some quality Christine time in here somewhere, too. Cheers.